Llama Llama's cozy bedtime begins, with a warm, softly lit room, his favorite red pajamas, and a hint of curiosity as he waits for Mama Llama. In a cozy little home nestled within a quiet neighborhood, Llama Llama, a small and curious young llama, was ready to wind down for the night. But bedtime was never quite as simple as it seemed, especially for a little llama with a big imagination. This expanded tale follows Llama Llama as he navigates his nighttime fears, learns about patience, and ultimately finds comfort in the warm presence of his mama. Now, let's join Llama Llama on this heartfelt bedtime adventure, where love, reassurance, and a bit of playful mischief await in every turn of the page. As Llama Llama snuggled into his soft, cozy bed, he felt his mama tuck the red blanket around him snugly. With his favorite red pajama on, Llama Llama felt almost ready for the night. Almost. He couldn't quite drift off to sleep, so he whispered out into the night, "Mama, stay with me." Mama Llama gave him a warm smile, gently kissed his forehead, and said, "Sleep tight, my little llama. Mama will be back soon. Now close those eyes, it's time to dream." Llama Llama nodded, pulling his blanket up to his chin as he watched Mama leave the room. She moved quietly, the soft pitter-patter of her footsteps fading down the hallway until the room fell silent. All was still, save for the soft hum of the house settling for the night. Outside, a soft moonlight filtered through his bedroom window, casting gentle shadows that danced across his walls. But something was missing. Mama. She wasn't there beside him, and even though he knew she was just a room away, it felt much farther to him. Llama Llama lay there, trying his best to follow Mama's words and close his eyes. He squirmed a bit, trying to find the perfect spot on his pillow. The clock ticked softly on the wall, and the room seemed to grow quieter and quieter. The silence wrapped around him, and that quietness made his imagination start to wander. Suddenly, shadows became strange shapes, and every little creak sounded like something lurking in the dark. "Mama," he whispered softly. No answer came. A sense of worry began to bubble up inside him. He called a little louder, "Mama." Llama Llama anxiously peers toward the open doorway, hoping for Mama's return, surrounded by the comforting warmth of his bedroom. But Mama didn't come right away. She was busy tidying up the kitchen, putting away dishes, and humming a gentle tune to herself. Mama Llama loved Llama Llama dearly, but she also knew that part of growing up was learning to wait sometimes, even if it was a little scary. She couldn't hear his soft whispers from the kitchen, and Llama Llama's bedroom, though close, seemed a world away. Back in his bed, Llama Llama started to feel the prickles of loneliness. He clutched his blanket tightly, wrapping it around himself like a warm hug. His little heart pounded a bit faster as he waited and waited. Why wasn't Mama coming back yet? Didn't she know he needed her? Llama Llama started to feel a little tingle of panic. He couldn't help but imagine that maybe something was keeping Mama from coming back to him. Maybe there was something outside his door that she had to take care of. Or what if she forgot about him? As his imagination grew wilder, so did his calls. "Mama," he cried out, his little voice filling the room. He waited, his ears perked up for any sound of footsteps. But the only sound that met his ears was the faint hum of the refrigerator down the hallway and the gentle ticking of the clock. Mama Llama peacefully tidies up in the kitchen, unaware that her little llama is waiting anxiously in his room. Llama Llama's heart began to race. He squeezed his eyes shut, hoping that somehow, if he concentrated hard enough, Mama would feel his need and come rushing to his side. But his room was still empty, and the longer he waited, the bigger his worries grew. He tossed and turned, unable to settle down. He thought about calling out again, but he was also starting to feel a bit silly. He didn't want to be a bother, especially when Mama had said she would be back soon. But why did soon feel like forever? Maybe she didn't understand just how big his worries had become, like little dark clouds gathering in his mind. In the kitchen, Mama Llama finally heard the faint calls echoing from down the hallway. She put down the last dish, dried her hands, and made her way back to the bedroom. As she reached Llama Llama's door, she gently pushed it open and peeked inside. "Llama Llama, what's the fuss?" she asked softly, stepping into the room with a warm, comforting smile. Llama Llama looked up at her, relief flooding over him like a warm blanket. He couldn't quite put his feelings into words, but his little eyes sparkled with a mix of relief and embarrassment. "Mama, I was waiting for you, but you didn't come," he murmured, hugging his blanket tightly. Mama Llama sat down beside him, smoothing his blanket with gentle hands. "Oh, my sweet little llama," she whispered. "Mama was just down the hall. I would never forget about you." She gave him a gentle, reassuring pat, and Llama Llama's worries began to melt away. Mama Llama sits beside Llama Llama in bed, offering warmth and reassurance as he finally feels safe and comforted. With Mama close by, Llama Llama's bed suddenly felt much cozier, the room warmer and the shadows softer. She stayed with him, humming a lullaby that drifted like a gentle breeze through the room. He nestled down, eyes growing heavy as Mama's song wrapped around him like a soft cocoon. As she sang, she gently explained to him the importance of patience, that sometimes Mama needed a few moments to finish her tasks but that she would always be there for him when he needed her most. Llama Llama listened, his fears easing away like clouds parting to let the stars shine through. With one final hug and a soft goodnight, Mama Llama got up to leave again. But this time, Llama Llama felt different. He felt braver, knowing that Mama was just a call away and that she would always come if he truly needed her. "Good night, Mama," he whispered, a smile touching his lips as he snuggled down into his red pajamas, letting sleep gently pull him into dreams of peaceful fields and bright sunny days. And this time, as Mama closed the door, Llama Llama drifted off into a gentle, restful sleep, knowing that he was safe, loved, and watched over. In this final image, Llama Llama sleeps peacefully, bathed in soft moonlight, feeling safe and loved after Mama Llama's comforting presence. In the days and nights that followed, Llama Llama grew to trust in Mama's presence, even when she wasn't right beside him. The bond they shared was strong, a gentle reminder that love didn't need to be visible to be felt. And whenever nighttime worries started to creep up, he would remember her soothing words and warm hugs, finding comfort in the knowledge that Mama was never truly far away. Each night became a little easier, the quiet becoming a friend rather than a foe, until Llama Llama's bedtime worries became a distant memory. He grew braver and more confident, a little llama learning the balance between independence and the warmth of a mother's love. In the end, it was the lesson of trust and patience that Llama Llama held onto, and with that, every night was filled with sweet dreams and cozy blankets. And Mama Llama, proud and ever-loving, knew that her little llama was growing up beautifully, learning to find strength and peace, even when the night grew dark.